Good morning. I am Ahir Alka from RBNB College, Srampur. Today we start the new chapter, gravitation. You know, there is a gravitational force between Earth and Moon. Moon revolves around the Earth, and there is a gravitational force between Moon and Earth so that it can revolve around the Earth. Now, the planets and the Earth revolves around the Sun. There is a gravitational force between Earth and other planet and to the Sun. There is the force of attraction, and this force of attraction, it is called as gravitational force. Now, every particle in the universe attracts with each other by a force. This force is called as gravitational force. For example, suppose coconut falls on the earth, it is due to gravitational force. Apple falls on the earth, it is due to gravitational force. Newton discovered this gravitational force and stated a law which is called as Newton's law of gravitation. There are various bodies, macro bodies and micro bodies. Now see, suppose Earth, planets are the macro bodies and electron, proton which are the micro bodies. Now for the micro bodies or for the particle, there is a force of attraction or repulsion in case of or due to Coulomb's law, and it is in the electrostatic chapter. Now here we see the force of attraction due to gravitation or due to gravitational force, and which is stated by Newton's law of gravitation. Now see, suppose there are two macro particles, or suppose this is the one particle, one object having mass m1, Now there is another particle, another object having mass m2. This is the center of this particle. This is the center of particle, and suppose r be the distance between these two particles from its center. This gravitational force, and this gravitational force, it is also called as central force. Now see, there is a force of attraction. Suppose this is F, this is also F. There is a force of attraction, and this force of attraction is given by F. Now we state the Newton's law of gravitation. That is, see, every particle in the universe attract with each other by a force which is called as gravitational force. It is directly proportional to. The force is directly proportional to product of their masses, and it is universally proportional to square of distance between them. Totally we can write this force is directly proportional to m1 m2 divided by r square. This is the Newton's law of gravitation. Every particle in the universe attracts with each other by a force which is the gravitational force, and it is directly proportional to product of their masses and universally proportional to square of distance between them. Therefore, totally we can write F is directly proportional to m1 m2 divided by r square, where F is gravitational force of attraction, m1 is mass of the first particle, m2 is mass of the second particle, r is the distance between these two particles or between these two objects. Now see, F is equal to, we can write, that is the constant of gravitation, that is, see, it is g m1 m2 divided by r square. This g, it is called as constant of gravitation. Constant of gravitation, or it is a universal constant of gravitation. Universal constant of gravitation. Thus we can write G is equal to, we can write, rearrange the formula for G. It is Fr square divided by m1 m2. The SI unit of the constant of gravitation is F is equal to, we know the unit of force, it is Newton. Unit of distance, it is meter square. Unit of mass, it is kg and kg square. That is the SI unit of gravitation, it is Newton meter square per kg square. It is a constant and having value, see, the G is equal to 6.67 into 10 raised to 11, that is Newton meter square divided by kg square. G is equal to 6.67 into 10 raised to minus 11 Newton meter square per kg square. Now see the relation between G and GH. See, suppose we consider an object rests on the earth. This is the earth, and there is the force of attraction between this object and this earth. Then see, suppose let m is the mass of earth. M is mass of earth. R is the radius of earth. Then suppose small m, it is the mass of satellite or mass of any object. Mass of satellite. Consider the satellite rests on the earth's surface. Then the m is mass of earth, r is radius of earth, m is mass of satellite. Then weight of the body. Weight of the body or weight of the object is balanced by gravitational force of attraction. Gravitational force of attraction. You know, weight of the body is given by, it is the force, it is downward, it is towards downward, and weight of the object, weight of the body, mass of the satellite or the weight of the satellite, it is given by mg, where m is the mass of the satellite, mass of the object, g is acceleration due to gravity of the earth on the earth's surface. Then weight of the object is equal to mg and gravitational force is g into m1 m and capital M divided by r square. Divided by r square. Now here m gets cancelled and you get g is equal to gm divided by r square. Gm divided by r square, that is, you can again say that gm is equal to g r square. G r square, where g is gravitational constant, m is mass of the earth, g is acceleration due to gravity, r is the radius of the earth. Now suppose we consider the mass m revolve around the earth's surface or revolve around the at height h above the earth's surface. Then see, suppose h is the height, and gh is the acceleration due to gravity at height h. Again we can say that weight of the body, weight of the object is balanced by gravitational force. The weight of the body, it is mgh is equal to gravitational force g divided by r square. Then again g that is here r is equal to r plus h. We can substitute here value of r, that is radius of this circular orbit, gets cancelled. Gh is equal to, we get gm divided by r square. Substitute the value of r, that is r is equal to r plus h. We get Gs is equal to gm divided by r plus h bracket square. Again we can write gm is equal to gh into r plus h bracket square. Now this is suppose equation number 1, this is equation number 2. We can equate or we can show the relation between G and GH. See, G is equal to, substitute the value of GM here, that is GH is equal to, that is GH is equal to G into R square divided by R plus H bracket square, which is the relation between GH and G, where GH is the acceleration due to gravity at height h, G is the acceleration due to gravity on the Earth's surface, R is the radius of the Earth, R is here radius of Earth, h is the height. Then this is the relation between GH is equal to G into R square divided by R plus H bracket square, which gives the relation between G and GH. Now we see the expression for critical velocity. See, the critical velocity, it is the horizontal velocity. It is represented by Vc. It is also called as orbital velocity, and critical velocity is defined as, it is the horizontal velocity with which satellite, or it is the horizontal velocity of the projection given to the satellite with which satellite revolves along the circumference of the circle or the circumference of this radius. It is called as critical velocity. Then we find the expression for critical velocity. Critical velocity, definition of critical velocity. The critical velocity, it is defined as, it is the horizontal velocity of the projection given to the satellite with which satellite revolves along the circumference of circle, and this velocity, it is called as critical velocity. It is also called as orbital velocity. Now again consider, let m is capital M, it is the mass of Earth, R is radius of Earth, small r, it is r plus h, and it is the radius of circular orbit. Now see, when this satellite revolves around, suppose m is the mass of satellite, revolves around the circumference of circle, then there are two forces acting on the satellite. These two forces are, the first force, that is the centripetal force, is due to circular motion acting on the satellite, and the another force, it is due to force of gravitation or the gravitational force due to Earth. That is, we can say that the centripetal force provided by the satellite is equal to gravitational force. Centripetal force is equal to gravitational force. Centripetal force is given by m Vc square divided by r, and gravitational force is Gmm divided by r square. Then 1 r get cancel, m get cancel, we get Vc square is equal to Gm divided by r, and Vc is equal to under root Gm divided by r. Substitute the value of r, it is Vc is equal to under root Gm divided by r plus h. R plus h. Again we can substitute Gm is equal to that is Vc is equal to Gh into r plus h. It is the critical velocity expression for critical velocity. Critical velocity is defined as it is the horizontal velocity of the projection with which satellite revolves around the earth, and we can find the expression for critical velocity. Consider m is the mass of earth, r is the radius of earth, small r it is the radius of circular orbit. Suppose m is the mass of satellite revolves around the earth at height h, then centripetal force is balanced by gravitational force. Centripetal force is given by m Vc square divided by r. Gravitational force is G mm divided by r square. Mm gets cancelled, then Vc square is equal to Gm divided by r. Vc is equal to under root Gm divided by r. We get the expression for velocity. Vc is equal to under root Gm divided by r plus h. Now we find the period of satellite. The period of satellite, suppose the period of satellite is denoted by t. The period of satellite, it is defined as time taken to complete one oscillation, one vibration, one circular motion. It is called as period. Then the period Vc is the critical velocity. Then we can find critical velocity. Velocity is equal to it is distance upon time. Now here the velocity is Vc, distance, that is in one rotation the distance covered by satellite, it is the circumference of circle, and the circumference it is 2 pi r divided by t, that is the period. Now what is the period? Period is time taken to complete one vibration, one revolution, and in one revolution distance covered by the satellite, it is circumference of the circle, and circumference of the circle is 2 pi r, and period is t, where r is equal to r plus h. Now substitute the value of critical velocity, and value of critical velocity, it is under root Gm divided by r. Substitute here, we get under root Gm divided by r is equal to 2 pi r divided by t. Squaring on both sides. Square root get cancel here. Dm divided by r. 2 pi r divided by t bracket square. Then you get Gm divided by r, it is 4 pi square r square divided by t square. Rearrange for t square, we get t square is equal to 4 pi square r cube divided by Gm. 4 pi square Gm, it is constant. All quantities in this equation are constant. 4 pi square upon gm is constant. Thus we can write the t square, it is directly proportional to r cube. It is the Kepler's second law, that is square of period is directly proportional to cube of radius of circular orbit. Now consider this equation. T square is equal to 4 pi square r cube divided by gm. Now t is equal to, we can write t is equal to 2 pi under root r cube divided by gm, which is the expression for period of satellite. Now again substitute for the value of r, that is 2 pi under root r is equal to r plus h bracket square bracket cube divided by gm, which is the expression for period of satellite. Okay, thank you.